What a day makes across the Western Pacific. Yesterday, we were just talking about 94W. Now we have Invest 95W located just towards the east of Mindanao. And boy, oh boy, over the last 12 hours, this is getting that much more interesting. You can see how it's just continuing to scoot off there towards the west-northwest. And for sure, going to bring in showers, increasing showers across northeastern areas of Mindanao, even over there towards Samar, and also in eastern areas of Leyte. Plus, we have the convection from 95W still being sheared off by this upper level low towards the north. You have the easterlies kind of cruising through. I think out of these two systems, this one is where my attention is starting to focus more for possible development, not only because of ingredients that are going to allow it to intensify, but on top of that, we're talking about the forecast or being so close to the Philippines, for sure going to be bringing some issues out here. And you can see, look at ASCAT imagery, still kind of have that cyclonic circulation really being picked up here. So at the very least, this is a low pressure area at this time. And very well could become a tropical depression per Pagasa as we go ahead over the next 24 to 48 hours. Right now, they're not calling it anything. You can see here with the ECMWF as we go ahead through today. This is through and then into Monday, starting to creep towards the north by Tuesday, just off the coast of Cebu. This is per one particular model, and I'm pretty confident of this happening because there is a trough towards north that's going to kind of pull it along. Plus, you have that trough, of course, naturally with 95W. But just look at these both kind of working in tangent here. Even if this does stay just off the coastline of Samar and southeastern areas of Luzon, what it's still going to do is drag in that moisture coming in around it, and thus naturally increasing the threat of precipitation before it nears the coastline of Isabela and Cagayan here, for sure bringing an increase in showers across the Cagayan Valley by the end of the week. I talked about that yesterday, but I thought it was going to be more of a moisture flow coming in with 95W, but it doesn't really look like that is so much going to be, or excuse me, 94W, so much the case. It's going to be just kind of the separate system. So impacts, still rain showers moving in, still going to be looking at the potential for a tropical depression, tropical storm. It's just exactly where it is. It's kind of changing up here based on the latest model outlooks. And I mentioned yesterday we were more or less waiting for these to start to get a little bit more organized and a little more concrete on where the center of circulation is, because then the models can grab it a little bit more. Honestly, a little surprised. We got two systems so close to each other, but, you know, it is what it is. In the Philippine Sea, very warm sea surface temperatures out here, a lot of energy. That does pose that threat for development. All right, here we go all the way out through Thursday. This is your rainfall accumulation. Dark red indicates over 50 millimeters. You can kind of see this guy coming along here, but look at the inflow out there towards western areas of Mindoro, western areas of Luzon, and even down here towards Palawan, western Visayas. You got that inflow coming in, and then separately, that's our other system over there towards the east. All right, so, you know, that's the rainfall accumulation. I've been just showing you the ECMWF, and I've been also mentioning that that's the one particular model. If you compare that up, though, with the GFS, I mean, there's a pretty stark comparison on intensity. ECMWF is keeping both of these pretty weak. GFS really wants to still spin up 94W into something significant. And I'm talking about maybe a Cat 1, Cat 2 out there towards Miyako-jima. The energy's there. It has to consolidate, and I think if both of these systems fight over the energy of the Philippine Sea here, it's going to spread out that gradient, and you're not going to see that consolidation. If it does consolidate, and I think if the 94 and 95W stay far enough apart as they move off here towards the north, what we will see is that system kind of develop out here in the Philippine Sea and track towards north. So, you know, I still got some questions, but I think overall, just remember there's this broad area of circulation. We got inflow coming in, and if you're out here in the Taiwan and across southern Japanese islands, for sure want to be watching for that potential for this system to come off into your direction. All right, so by the way, this is the ASCAT imagery. Now, spaghetti plots. I got so many graphics here. I'm just throwing out names at you guys. Our spaghetti plots, kind of showing you what I'm talking about here with 94W tracking off towards north, towards that troughing around the Westpac high, ECMWF, GFS, both agreeing in that northward progression. So I know it looks scary there in Mindanao because it's kind of moving west-northwest right now. but all signs do point towards it going north at this time, but it's going to be just close enough. It doesn't really matter. You're going to see the rainfall regardless out here. All right, let's take a look at flyover here across East Asia. All right, first starting off with Bangkok. Thunder showers, highs into the 30s. As we go ahead over towards Manila, it does look like we're going to be seeing that chance of thunderstorms naturally with that inflow as we go ahead through Tuesday into Wednesday. Plus, by Wednesday, you're going to see that inflow really kick up. Could be seeing winds gusting or sustained about 21 kilometers per hour, gusting up to about 30, 40 because of that onshore inflow. Then over towards Taipei, cloudy, but watch by the end of the week in the Taipei, because the ECMWF long range really still wants to pull this off into your direction. Same over towards Naha as well. Naha Wednesday could be seeing some breezy conditions too. And then back to Tokyo. Not all too bad, actually. Temperatures into the 20s, and it does look like you're going to be looking at rain showers with some cloudy conditions at times. Main points to take away from today, though, 94W is very interesting. Definitely going to be increasing showers across eastern Mindanao, eastern Visayas, and southeastern Luzon. Thank you very much for everybody on Patreon who has been making these updates possible. I can't thank you guys enough. You're all legends in my book. So truly, truly appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. If you want to help me out on Patreon or maybe just a one-time donation, you can hit up the links down below. I'll put them there for you. Anyways, that is all for today. It's just a quick update on our areas because, you know what, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting how 95W has spun up. And you know what, the energy's there. There's plenty of convection. So I think we could have at least a tropical depression on our hands over the course of the next few days. All right, stay safe out there.